leaving the borders of Babylon. We set our destination, searching for the promised land of total emancipation. Them try to keep us tethered to the financial wheel, buying things we don't need, forgetting how to feel. But Zion is a frequency, a state of spiritual peace, where the manipulation of the system must cease. Pack your bags, my brother, don't look at the clock. We moving forward steadily, standing on the rock. Yeah, I spent a lifetime chasing after the platinum plaque, thinking a bigger house would keep the panic attack back. Accumulating wealth while my spirit was bankrupt, living in a golden cage, completely corrupt by the illusion that security is bought with a check. What the real world is turning into a total wreck. Now I'm shifting my compass, redirecting the cruise, chasing a utopia where nobody has to lose. Beyond the skyscrapers and the neon flashing signs, we are navigating through the psychological lines, following the star that shines bright in the east, escaping the stomach of the Babylonian beast. We are chasing Zion, running to the promised land, walking through the desert, holding each other's hand, where the music is pure and the system is banned, building our future on the everlasting sand. Yeah, we heading home at last. My previous GPS was calibrated for the gutter, chasing material validation that made my heart flutter. But fame is a mirage in the middle of the Sahara. The closer you get, the more it turns into terror. I'm abandoning the corporate matrix entirely, refusing to let their expectations govern society. We seek in the sanctuary where the ego dissolves, where every complex problem beautifully resolves. Zion is not a geographic location on a map, it's when you finally escape the psychological trap of thinking you are separate from the rest of creation, breaking down the borders of every artificial nation. Let the rhythm guide you across the stormy ocean, calming the turbulent waves of your emotion. The kingdom of heaven is residing deep within, that's where the journey to paradise must begin. Beyond the skyscrapers and the neon flashing signs, we are navigating through the psychological lines, following the star that shines bright in the east, escaping the stomach of the Babylonian beast. We are chasing Zion, running to the promised land, walking through the desert, holding each other's hand, where the music is pure and the system is banned, building our future on the everlasting sand. Yeah, we heading home at last. Systematic change, wash away the history of our collective pain. We moving forward where the righteousness reigns. Feel the holy blessing flowing in your veins. I can see the gates open wide. Step inside the light, no more need to hide. Destination reached, joy on the inside. We are chasing Zion, running to the promised land, walking through the desert, holding each other to cross the ocean wave. It's inside the human heart where the illusions behave. The flesh want the luxury, the spirit seek the truth, creating a friction that destroys the wandering youth. You battle with the greed, you battle with the pride, trying to find a shelter where the ego cannot hide. But you cannot defeat the enemy with an outside sword. You must surrender your weapons to the Almighty Lord. Yeah, civil war inside my skull, a daily insurgency. My subconscious mind is screaming with an extreme urgency. A faction of my ego wants to burn the whole house down, while my conscious mind is trying to protect the fragile crown. I'm my own antagonist, my own worst adversary, planting landmines inside my own vocabulary. No external hater could ever match the hostility of the monster in my mirror, mocking my stability. Dismantling the minefields inside the cerebral space, looking for a treaty to conclude the long chase. We sign a ceasefire with our own complexity, trading the chaos for a spiritual necessity. Yeah. And in the inner war, dropping the heavy shield, finding a peaceful sanctuary in the mental field. No more fighting ourselves on the battlefield. Let the psychological lacerations finally heal. Yeah, we calling a truce tonight. I spent decades court-martialed in my own mind, a prisoner of war, took the trauma left behind, sentencing myself to a lifetime of solitary confinement, refusing to accept the spiritual alignment. But the rebellion is over, the troops are heading home. I'm decommissioning the missiles inside this heavy dome. I forgive the soldier that I was forced to become, reclaiming the tranquility that makes the mind numb. When you conquer the self, you win the ultimate prize. You see through the deception of the Babylonian lies. They want your mind divided in a constant civil strife, so you can never experience the beauty of life. But Jah provide a harmony to settle down the storm, transforming the cold heart into something pure and warm. Put down your internal rifle, let the conflict cease. The ultimate victory is achieving a total peace. Dismantling the minefield inside the cerebral space, looking for a treaty to conclude the long chase. We sign a ceasefire with our own complexity, trading the chaos for a spiritual necessity. Yeah. And in the inner war, dropping the heavy shield, finding a peaceful sanctuary in the mental field. No more fighting ourselves on the battlefield. Let the psychological lacerations finally heal. Yeah, we calling a truce tonight. Now the divine purpose is becoming much clearer. No more friendly fire, no more internal terror, correcting the course of our historical error. The guns are silent, the smoke is clearing. That is the frequency your soul is nearing. Peace treaty, just steering. And in the inner war, dropping the heavy shield, finding a peaceful sanctuary in the mental field. No more fighting ourselves on the battlefield. Let the psychological lacerations finally heal. Yeah, we calling a truce tonight. Oh, we calling a truce tonight. tallest trees inside the forest must endure the wind, bending down their branches where the ancient spirits pin. They don't make no noise to prove how big they have grown, providing shelter to the weary who are left alone. But the wicked elite are like a small aggressive weed, making loud commotions to satisfy their greed. True strength is quiet, resting in a peaceful place, moving through the universe with absolute grace. Yeah, I used to stomp around the industry like Godzilla, a lyrical colossus, a cold-blooded killer, demanding everybody recognize my massive stature, trapped inside an egotistical, destructive nature. But the higher you climb, the harder the oxygen hits. I was suffocating on the peak of my own wits. Now I'm stepping down from the mountain of my pride, becoming a humble giant with nothing left to hide. We don't need to step on others just to reach the sky. We grow our roots deep so the branch can reach high, walking through the valley with a gentle, steady stride, replacing our arrogance with the spiritual guide. We are the humble giants, standing in the road, protecting the little ones who are trying to grow. No need to boast about the power that we know. We let our quiet actions put on the ultimate show. Oh, yeah. True strength is gentle. Oh, my shadow used to block the sun for the upcoming youth, dictating the parameters of what was considered truth. But that's a heavy burden for a mortal man to carry. The expectations of the world were getting kinda scary, so I shrank my ego down to the size of a pebble, disconnecting from the frequency of the loud rebel. I'd rather be a giant who is sitting on the floor, teaching the children how to open up the wisdom door. David took the stone and brought Goliath to his knees, showing that the Almighty does exactly what he please. Do not depend on physical size or material weight. That is an illusion that will never make you great. The true giants are the ones who serve the human race, spreading love and harmony in every single space. So let the proud look down upon our simple lifestyle. We answer their hostility with a peaceful smile. We don't need to step on others just to reach the sky. We grow our roots deep so the branch can reach high, walking through the valley with a gentle, steady stride, replacing our arrogance with a spiritual guide. We are the humble giants, standing in the road, protecting the little ones who are trying to grow. No need to boast about the power that we know. We let our quiet actions put on the ultimate show. Oh, true strength is gentle. The easier the fall, so walk flat on the earth, answer the divine call. No more megalomania, we dismantling the wall. Universal love is the greatest thing of all. Sit down, lower your perspective, let the Almighty make your soul effective. Quiet strength, your protection. We are the humble giants, standing in the road, protecting the little ones who are trying to grow. No need to boast about the power that we know. We let our quiet actions put on the ultimate show. Yeah, true strength is gentle. Stand tall but stay low. Hey. shot the messenger to silence the message of peace, hoping the spiritual vibration of the tribe would cease. 2 bullets in the chest couldn't stop the revelation. Jah protected the servant to heal the entire nation. The scars upon my flesh are just a testament of grace, showing that the devil cannot wipe away my face. A true teacher must bleed for the wisdom that he brings, so the broken-hearted children have a song to sing. Yeah, they put me on a pedestal, labeled me a savior, then crucified my character for my erratic behavior. I took 1,000,000 verbal bullets from the media syndicate, trying to defend the sanity that I could never vindicate. Bleeding on the public stage, ODing in the bathroom floor, a broken spiritual guide knocking on death's door. But the wounds are where the light finally entered the crack. I'm a scarred visionary, but I'm officially back. The blood on the pages is starting to dry. We look at our scars under the afternoon sky, no longer ashamed of the damage we sustained. Every single injury was beautifully ordained. Listen to the words of the wounded prophet tonight. He survived the darkness just to bring you the light. Though the body is scarred, the vision is bright, healing the generation from the internal blight. The messenger survived the storm. My ribs are held together by the poetry. I wrote the metaphorical life vest, keeping the soul afloat. I used to think my suffering was a private penalty, but now I see it was an educational necessity. To speak to the depressed kids sitting in the dark room, showing them that flowers can survive a nuclear boom. I'm a walking casualty who conquered this dependency, injecting these broken blocks with a therapeutic tendency. They can injure the flesh, but they can never touch the mind. The Holy Spirit is a fortress that they cannot find. So let the hypocrites celebrate the damage that they made. The internal fire of righteousness will never fade. We use our wounds as a map to navigate the lost, spreading unconditional love no matter what the cost. Stand up, wounded prophet, put the record back on. The darkest hours, just a memory before the dawn. The blood on the pages is starting to dry. We look at our scars under the afternoon sky, no longer ashamed of the damage we sustained. Every single injury was beautifully ordained. Listen to the words of the wounded prophet tonight. He survived the darkness just to bring you the light. Though the body is scarred, the vision is bright, healing the generation from the internal blight. Trophies of the wars we won, walk in the protection of the Almighty Son. No weapon formed against the spirit can prosper. Deliver the truth that the system can't foster. I'm still bleeding, but I'm still standing. That is the destiny Jah was commanded. Wounded but whole, divine control. Listen to the words of the wounded prophet tonight. He survived the darkness just to bring you the light. Though the body is scarred, the vision is bright, healing the generation from the internal blight. Yeah, the messenger survived the storm. Still here, can't kill a message. You cannot expect a sweet apple from a poisonous tree. You must examine the soil if you truly want to be free. Our ancestors suffered under the whip and the plantation, leaving a legacy of trauma inside the foundation of the nation. The bitterness runs deep inside the historical well, creating an artificial earthly version of hell. But instead of nursing the hatred of the days gone by, we must cultivate the love that grows under the open sky. Genetic predisposition to a chemical dependency, inheriting the dysfunction, escalating the tendency. My family tree was rotten from the roots to the twigs, growing up in trailer parks, surrounded by pigs, carrying the generational baggage inside my DNA, trying to wash the bitter taste of my childhood away. But if I don't treat the soil, the fruit will stay sour. I'm digging up the backyard, reclaiming my inner power. Looking at the family history, written in the mud, cleaning out the toxic venom, flowing in the blood. It takes a strong shovel to excavate the past, to build a new foundation that is actually gonna last. We are pulling up the bitter roots today, washing the generational curses completely away. No longer allowing the old trauma to dictate what we say, finding a peaceful path through the dark and the gray. Yeah, we're healing the ancestral ground. I look at my daughters, refuse to pass them the goblet, the venom. I'm breaking the cycle of anger that was stitched in my denim. No more projecting my childhood neglect on the innocent. The transformation of my psychological state is magnificent. I was a product of an environment fueled by hostility, but maturity taught me the beauty of extreme humility. We dig up the bitterness, throw it straight into the furnace, transforming the pain into a passion that serves us. The system thrives when the children are fighting their brothers, blaming the errors of the past on the skin of each other. But the true enemy is the ignorance hiding within, allowing the bitterness to consume the soul beneath the skin. Let your water your garden with the stream of pure affection, redirecting your energy into a righteous direction. The soil may be scarred by the history of oppression, but forgiveness is the ultimate spiritual weapon. Looking at the family history, written in the mud, cleaning up the toxic venom, flowing in the blood. It takes a strong shovel to excavate the past, to build a new foundation that is actually gonna last. We are pulling up the bitter roots today, washing the generational curses completely away. No longer allowing the old trauma to dictate what we say, finding a peaceful path through the dark and the gray. Yeah, we healing the ancestral ground. It stops with me, the cycle is officially broken. Let the words of healing be beautifully spoken. No more toxic inheritance left as a token. The eyes of the sleeping giants are finally open. Dig it up all the way sun arrive. The ego struggles just to keep its illusions alive. We run away from the monsters that we hide within, blaming outside forces for the condition of our skin. Yeah. But you must invite the shadow to sit at the table, to understand the reasons why your spirit is unstable. Look at the darkness without no fear or dismay. That is the only method to wash the stains away. Yeah, I spent decades running from the monster Slim Shady, the manifestation of the trauma that betrayed me. I locked him in the basement, pretended he was gone, but he would creep into my lyrics at the break of dawn. You can't suppress the ugly parts, they'd only grow stronger, feeding on the secrecy, surviving even longer. So I shine a flashlight into my own abyss, shaking hands with my demons, concluding the hit list, integrating the pieces that we threw away, finding the balance in the middle of the gray. No more masquerades under the bright spotlight. We embrace the dark to make the inner vision right. We doing shadow healing in the middle of the night, transforming the darkness into a beautiful light. No more running from the ghost side to side, reconciling with the soul and in the internal fight. Yeah, the integration is complete. Yeah, my psychological anatomy was fractured and split, a puzzle with missing pieces, none of them would fit. I used to project my insecurity on the canvas, leaving a trail of destruction from Detroit to Kansas. But maturity is acknowledging your own capacity for malice and containing it with total audacity. I embrace the scars, the flaws, the absolute mistakes. That's what it actually takes to lower the high stakes. Jah created both the evening and the beautiful day. The shadow is just the proof that light is on its way. Do not judge yourself for the paths you used to true. Every human being is a reflection of God. The system teaches you to hate your internal mirror, so you can never see your divine purpose any clearer. Sit in the stillness, let the healing water flow, accepting every dimension of the self so you can grow. Integrating the pieces that we threw away, finding the balance in the middle of the gray. No more masquerades under the bright spotlight. We embrace the dark to make the inner vision right. We doing shadow healing in the middle of the night, transforming the darkness into a beautiful light. No more running from the ghost side to side, reconciling with the soul and in the internal fight. Yeah, the integration is complete. I accept my chaotic mind. That is the greatest wisdom you will ever find. No longer leaving the broken fragments behind. Let the universal love beautifully bind. Hello darkness, my old friend. Together we will make the broken spirit mend. Total acceptance, no need to pretend. With the soul and in the internal fight. Yeah. avenue where poverty resides. The children look for shelter from the political tides. No food inside the kitchen, no justice in the court. The promises of politicians are nothing but the sport. But we burning incense on the cold concrete ground, sending up a meditation that don't make a sound. Jah is listening to the whispers of the neglected block, providing a foundation that is solid as a rock. Yeah. My childhood horizon was a row of broken blinds, looking out at the neighborhood of desperate twisted minds, where the only benediction was the clicking of a lock, and the only congregation was the dealers on the block. I used to pray through empty ceilings, begging for a sign, while my mother was asleep from the prescription and the wine. Now I use this microphone to broadcast our collective plea, a secular confession for the world to finally see. From the gutters to the heavens, let the smoke ascend, hoping that the cycle of destruction comes to an end. We don't need no fancy temple or a golden dome to find a little bit of mercy in our broken home. These are our street prayers, whispered in the dark, leaving on the asphalt a tiny spiritual mark for the forgotten souls who lost their inner spark, navigating through the shadows like no eye in the ark. Please hear our voice tonight. Yeah. This ain't a Sunday sermon full of superficial grace. This is survival poetry from a dark, neglected place, where the youth are institutionalized before they even grow, taught to fear the system that they don't even know. I'm offering a song for the kids inside the cell, living through an earthly manifestation of hell. May your mind remain protected while your body is confined. May you find the inner freedom that the architects designed. They build their penitentiaries to lock up our ambition, but they can never incarcerate the spiritual condition. The true church is residing inside your will and soul, when you allow the Almighty to take total control. So let the prayers multiply across the ghetto sky, wiping every tear from the mothers weeping. Now the system will collapse from its own heavy greed, but righteousness will always supply what we need. From the gutters to the heavens, let the smoke ascend, hoping that the cycle of destruction comes to an end. We don't need no fancy temple or a golden dome to find a little bit of mercy in our broken home. These are our street prayers, whispered in the dark, leaving on the asphalt a tiny spiritual mark for the forgotten souls who lost their inner spark, navigating through the shadows like no eye in the eye. Ooh, please hear our voice tonight. Windows, just the neon lights, guarding the flock through the dangerous nights. We don't need a priest to validate our plight, just stand firm in the cosmic light. Hey! Can you hear us up there? Jah hear every cry, every single prayer, from the concrete to the atmosphere. These are our street prayers, whispered in the dark, leaving on the asphalt a tiny spiritual mark for the forgotten souls who lost their inner spark, navigating through the shadows like no eye in the eye. Ooh, please hear our voice tonight. Amen. Keep your head up, Detroit to Kingston. Amen. true through the valley with a fearless disposition, fulfilling the parameters of my spiritual mission. Them come with iron bars to lock up my physical frame, but they can never incarcerate the power of my name. A celestial predator walking through the wilderness, conquering the wickedness with absolute gentleness. The strength of Zion is surging through my spine, an indestructible force that is completely divine. Yeah, I survived the meat grinder of a brutal industry, dismantling the traps that they set for my ministry. They wanted me to whimper, wanted me to fold and bend, hoping my artistic longevity would finally end. But my resolve is fought in the fires of Detroit steel, an armor of vocabulary that is heavy and real. An apex predator sharpening his lyrical claws, refusing to abide by the systematic laws. Unbreakable foundation, a metallic state of mind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. We stand on the mountain, letting out a heavy roar, guarding the perimeter of the ancient wisdom door. I am an iron lion, standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient as metal until our earthly days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. They thought the dependency would leave me permanently crippled, but the impact of my recovery is globally rippled. I'm an iron beast, revitalized, structured and tough, showing the world that my vocabulary is more than enough to shatter the illusions of their superficial trends, making absolute amends with my genuine friends. I look the devil in the eye, refuse to compromise, a metallic warrior watching the new empire rise. Babylon tried to cage a lion inside a mental zoo, dictating the thoughts of what the population can do. But the iron lion breaks through the copper barricade, dismantling every single trap that the wicked made. We wear the heavy crown of the conquering tribe, infusing the atmosphere with a majestic vibe. Stand up, my people, look at the strength in your hand. We are the rightful rulers of this beautiful land. Unbreakable foundation, a metallic state of mind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. We stand on the mountain, letting out a heavy roar, guarding the perimeter of the ancient wisdom door. I am an iron lion, standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient as metal until our earthly days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. Melt down the golden calf, forge the iron shield. To the demands of Babylon, we will never yield. The roar echoes from the street to the open field. Let the supreme majesty be beautifully revealed. Unshakable, untamable, complete. The Lion of Judah never faced defeat. Pure iron, Zion Street. I am an iron lion, standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient as metal until our earthly days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. methods of my spiritual mission. Them come with iron bars to lock up my physical frame, but they can never incarcerate the power of my name. A celestial predator walking through the wilderness, conquering the wickedness with absolute gentleness. The strength of Zion is surging through my spine, an indestructible force that is completely divine. Yeah, I survived the meat grinder of a brutal industry, dismantling the traps that they set for my ministry. They wanted me to whimper, wanted me to fold and bend, hoping my artistic longevity would finally end. But my resolve is forged in the fires of Detroit steel, an armor of vocabulary that is heavy and real. Apex predator sharpening his lyrical claws, refusing to abide by the systematic laws. Unbreakable foundation, a metallic state of mind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. We stand on the mountain, letting out a heavy roar, guarding the perimeter of the ancient wisdom door. I am an iron lion standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Brazilian is men until our earthly days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. They thought the dependency would leave me permanently crippled, but the impact of my recovery is globally rippled. I'm an iron beast, revitalized, structured and tough, showing the world that my vocabulary is more than enough to shatter the illusions of their superficial trends, making absolute amends with my genuine friends. I look the devil in the eye, refuse to compromise. I'm a chalic warrior watching the new empire rise. Babylon try to cage a lion inside a mental zoo, dictating the thoughts of what the population can do. But the iron lion breaks through the copper barricade, dismantling every single trap that the wicked made. We wear the heavy crown of the conquering tribe, infusing the atmosphere with a majestic vibe. Stand up, my people, look at the strength in your hand. We are the rightful rulers of this beautiful land. Unbreakable foundation, a metallic state of mind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. We stand on the mountain, letting out a heavy roar, guarding the perimeter of the ancient wisdom door. I am an iron lion standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient as metal until our earthly days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. Melt down the golden calf, forge the iron shield. To the demands of Babylon, we will never yield. The roar echoes from the street to the open field. Let the supreme majesty be beautifully revealed. Unshakable, untamable, complete. A lion of Judah, never face defeat. Pure iron, Zion Street. I am an iron lion standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient is met until our early days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. words still rob the music of the beautiful soil, exploiting the labor of the children who sweat and toil. But poetry is a weapon that they never can control. It is the natural manifestation of a timeless soul. We chant redemption songs to heal the fractured tribe, infusing the atmosphere with a holy righteous vibe. No commercial contract can purchase the spirit's breath. We sing of everlasting life conquering death. Yeah, I sold millions of records but almost lost my sanity, trading my private security for a public vanity. They put my lyrics in the textbook, analyzed the rhyme, but I was just a desperate man running out of time, using vocabulary as an emergency exit door, bleeding on the microphone, carpet covered in gore. But these are redemption lines written with a steady hand, using my platform to help the weary people stand. Tearing down the billboards of the capitalist lie, we look at the stars up in the infinite sky. The ink is our medicine, the rhythm is our cure, keeping the message authentic, honest and pure. These are our redemption rhymes, singing for the oppressed, soothing the heavy heart, beating inside the chest. We survive the dark times, passing every test, finding our sanctuary in the land of the blessed. Let the music set you free. I used to write with a razor blade, cutting the track open, leaving the listeners paralyzed, devastated and broken. But the architecture of my verses undergone a shift, recognizing that this vocabulary is a sacred gift, not to destroy, but to rebuild a broken foundation, offering a therapeutic blueprint for a lost nation. From the depths of dependency to the peak of clarity, replacing old animosity with the universal charity. The words of the righteous man are like an orchard of fruit, feeding the hungry generation, strengthening the root. Don't let them commercialize the struggle of the poor. Open up your mouth and let the voice of justice roar. A beautiful melody can break an empire's wicked spell, lifting the heavy spirit out of a systemic hell. So tune your instrument to the frequency of creation and broadcast the truth to every single destination. Tearing down the billboards of the capitalist lie, we look at the stars up in the infinite sky. The ink is our medicine, the rhythm is our cure, keeping the message authentic, honest and pure. These are our redemption rhymes, singing for the oppressed, soothing the heavy heart, beating inside the chest. Oh, we survive the dark times, passing every test, finding our sanctuary in the land of the blessed. Let the music set you free. The pen is mightier than the sword ever was. We do it for the people, not for the applause. Correcting my mistakes, supporting our greater cause, breaking away from Babylon's unnatural laws. Oh, no more weaponized lyrics, just healing. Feel the vibration, a beautiful feeling. Conscious poetry for the universe. Oh, for the universe. Whoa, whoa. These are our redemption rhymes, singing for the oppressed, singing, soothing the heavy heart, beating inside the chest. We survive a dark time. The storm is spinning violently outside the window pane. The hurricane of Babylon is generating pain. They shift the market prices and they propagate the fear, trying to make the population lose what they hold dear. But in the center of this cyclone, I just take a seat, feeling the tranquil frequency beneath my steady feet. You cannot control the turbulence of an earthly nation, but you can maintain your internal divine vibration. Yeah. Controversy swirling round my name like a tornado. Media throwing daggers, trying to puncture my bravado. Paparazzi flashbulbs blinding my peripheral view. Lawsuits piling up a heavy psychological stool. But inside the eye of this storm, I'm sitting motionless, decompressing the stress, navigating the hopelessness. I don't react to the friction or the malicious noise, trading the old hostility for a magnificent poise. When the world around us is losing its fragile mind, we search for the serenity that the Creator designed. A sanctuary of stillness in the frantic ecosystem, unplugging our consciousness from their corrupted system. We creating calm chaos in the middle of the street, maintaining our tranquility when the disasters meet. No longer letting the turbulence dictate our heartbeat, finding our paradise where the waves of madness beat. Yeah, stay centered tonight. My synapses used to match the anarchy of the crowd, a hyperactive mind where the static was too loud. An internal riot fueled by dependency and rage, stalking back and forth like a tiger in a cage. But maturity is finding a cool, refreshing stream in the middle of a burning, devastating dream. I let the record spin around me without no impact, keeping my sanity and my artistic integrity intact. They want you frantic, scattered and easily displaced, so you can never analyze the deception you have faced. But a quiet mind is a fortress that they cannot breach, a spiritual height that their malice can never reach. So let their structures wobble and their empires shake. We enjoy the peace that the politicians cannot fake. Jah is the anchor holding us steady in the tide, providing an everlasting comfort on the inside. When the world around us is losing its fragile mind, we search for the serenity that the Creator designed. A sanctuary of stillness in the frantic ecosystem, unplugging our consciousness from their corrupted system. We creating calm chaos in the middle of the street, maintaining our tranquility when the disasters meet. No longer letting the turbulence dictate our heartbeat, finding our paradise where the waves of madness beat. Yeah, stay centered tonight. The world is moving fast, but I'm slowing down the tape. That is the ultimate method of a beautiful escape. Let the anarchy unfold, we already built the landscape. In the arms of Jah, Lord, we find our perfect shape. Take a deep breath, let the storm rage on. They will all pass away before the early dawn. Quiet, composure, Jah phenomenon. We creating calm chaos in the middle of the street, maintaining our tranquility when the disasters meet. No longer letting the turbulence dictate our heartbeat, finding our paradise where the waves of madness beat. Yeah, children look for shelter from the political ties. No food inside the kitchen, no justice in the court. The promises of politicians are nothing but a sport. But we burning incense on the cold concrete ground, sending up a meditation that don't make a sound. Guys listening to the whispers of the neglected block, providing a foundation that is solid as a rock. Here my childhood horizon was a row of broken blinds, looking out at the neighborhood of desperate twisted minds, where the only benediction was the clicking of a lock, and the only congregation was the dealers on the block. I used to pray to empty ceilings, begging for a sign, while my mother was asleep from the prescription and the wine. Now I use this microphone to broadcast our collective plea, a secular confession for the world to finally see. From the gutters to the heavens, let the smoke ascend, hoping that the cycle of destruction comes to an end. We don't need no fancy temple or a golden dome to find a little bit of mercy in our broken home. These are our street prayers, whispered in the dark, leaving on the asphalt a tiny spiritual mark. For the forgotten souls who lost their inner spark, navigating through the shadows like Noah in the ark. Please hear our voice tonight. This ain't a Sunday sermon full of superficial grace. This is survival poetry from a dark, neglected place, where the youth are institutionalized before they even grow, taught to fear the system that they don't even know. I'm offering a song for the kids inside the cell, living through an earthly manifestation of hell. May your mind remain protected while your body is confined. May you find the inner freedom that the architects designed. They build their penitentiaries to lock up our ambition, but they can never incarcerate a spiritual condition. The true church is residing inside your will and soul, when you allow the Almighty to take total control. So let the prayers multiply across the ghetto sky, wiping every tear from the mother's weeping eye. The system will collapse from its own heavy greed, but righteousness will always supply what we need. From the gutters to the heavens, let the smoke ascend, hoping that the cycle of destruction comes to an end. We don't need no fancy temple or a golden dome to find a little bit of mercy in our broken home. These are our street prayers, whispered in the dark, leaving on the asphalt a tiny spiritual mark. For the forgotten souls who lost their inner spark, navigating through the shadows like Noah in the ark. Please hear our voice tonight. No stained glass windows, just the neon lights, guarding the flock through the dangerous nights. We don't need a priest to validate our plight, just stand firm in the cause, make light. Can you hear us up there? Jah hear every cry, every single prayer, from the concrete to the atmosphere. These are our street prayers, whispered in the dark, leaving on the asphalt a tiny spiritual mark. For the forgotten souls who lost their inner spark, navigating through the shadows like Noah in the ark. Please hear our voice tonight. through the narrow alleyways where the forgotten dwell. We sing a holy melody to break the wicked spell. No pipe organ playing, no stained glass in the wall. Just the voices of the children answering the divine call. They tried to look down on the place where we are born, labeling the ghetto as a territory torn. But a natural mystic vibration flows through the street, providing a sanctuary for our wandering feet. Yeah, this is our liturgy, written on a concrete slab. A beautiful psalm from the city that they try to brand and stab. Where the choir is a group of kids sitting on the porch, using a burning cigarette as a spiritual torch. We don't need no gold chalice or a velvet altar cloth to offer up our testimony to the God of the moth. From the underbelly of Detroit to the trenches of Trench Town, we sing a sacred anthem to turn the paradigm around. The asphalt is our cathedral, the moonlight is our light. We broadcast our devotion into the heavy night. No commercial institution can purchase this holy sound. It belongs entirely to the people on the ground, singing our ghetto hymns beneath the smoky sky, wiping the heavy teardrops from the mother's eye. A beautiful symphony for the souls who just survive, keeping the spiritual fire completely alive. Yeah, hear the congregation tonight. This is a benediction for the single mother working late, trying to keep her children far away from the prison gate. A sacred composition for the kids who got no food, trying to maintain a positive, constructive attitude. My vocabulary is a prayer book for the broken, depressed, offering a therapeutic refuge for the highly stressed. We turn our limitations into a magnificent song, proving to the universe where we truly belong. Jah resides inside the dwellings of the humble and poor. He doesn't need no palace with the golden front door. The system build their monuments to celebrate their greed, but they forget the simple things that human spirits need. So let the ghetto hymns multiply across the block, standing on the foundation of the everlasting rock. The music is a shield from the arrows of despair, lifting your vibrations far above the atmosphere. The asphalt is our cathedral, the moonlight is our light. We broadcast our devotion into the heavy night. No commercial institution can purchase this holy sound. It belongs entirely to the people on the ground, singing our ghetto hymns beneath the smoky sky, wiping the heavy teardrops from the mother's eye. A beautiful symphony for the souls who just survive, keeping the spiritual fire completely alive. Yeah, hear the congregation tonight. The microphone is the priest, feeding the hungry minds of beautiful spiritual feasts. From the greatest of the cities to the absolute least, escaping the clutches of the Babylonian beast. Can you hear the choir? Sing it loudly, lift it higher. Ghetto symphony, divine desire, singing our ghetto hymns beneath the smoky sky, wiping the heavy teardrops from the mother's eye. A beautiful symphony for the souls who just survive, keeping the spiritual fire completely alive. Yeah, hear the congregation tonight. Hey, the congregation tonight. Whoa, na 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 na. Let the record skip. Though the needle skips upon the damaged plastic roof, the message of the music still makes the body move. They try to scratch the truth out of the history book, distorting every righteous path our ancestors took. But the rhythm of the universe cannot be erased. No matter how much exploitation we have faced, every crack inside the record tells a story of survival, chanting down the system for a spiritual revival. Yeah, my life is like an old LP that skipped a dozen times, scratched up by the critics who hated on my rhymes, trapped inside a loop of my own self-sabotage, living in a hall of mirrors, chasing a mirage. But there's a beauty in the fracture, a magic in the skip, in authenticity they couldn't ruin or strip. From the broken pieces of a highly dysfunctional youth, I dropped the diamond needle and exposed the ugly truth. Spinning round and round in a world of pure distortion, trying to maintain a psychological proportion. We amplify the scratches, we don't try to hide the dent. Every single flaw is exactly what we meant. Play the broken vinyl, let the music loop again, reminding us of everywhere our weary feet have been. Though the surface is uneven, we appreciate the strain, finding beautiful salvation in the middle of the pain. Yeah, let the record skip. Yeah, my biography is warped, melted by the heat of fame, an outdated format that they tried to mock and shame. They wanted me to stay compressed inside a digital file, a predictable commodity they could easily compile. But I'm analog, baby, full of hiss and heavy pop, a relentless cadence that the industry can't stop. We take the imperfections and we turn them into art, rewiring the stereo system of the human heart. Babylon wants everything symmetrical and cold, a synthetic lifestyle that can be easily controlled and sold. But Jah created humans with a beautiful defect, teaching us that broken things deserve our deep respect. So let the vinyl spin with all its analog dust, in the wisdom of the rhythm we can safely put our trust. The song is never ended, it just echoes in the air, reaching every corner of depression and despair. Spinning round and round in the world of pure distortion, trying to maintain a psychological proportion. We amplify the scratches, we don't try to hide the dent. Every single flaw is exactly what we meant. Play the broken vinyl, let the music loop again, reminding us of everywhere our weary feet have been. Though the surface is uneven, we appreciate the strain, finding beautiful salvation in the middle of the pain. Yeah, let the record skip. Just gives it more character. Protect the ancient frequency from the predator. We don't need no digital editing to fix the flow. Just let the natural dynamic beautifully grow. Let it spin, even when it hurts to listen. See the diamond needle, how it starts to glisten. Pure transmissions. Play the broken vinyl, let the music loop again, reminding us of everywhere our weary feet have been. Though the surface is uneven, we appreciate the strain, finding beautiful salvation in the middle of the pain. Yeah, let the record skip. let the record skip. Yeah, just let it pop, let it pop, let it. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Let the record skip. Oh, da na, da na 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 na. Yeah. The accuser tries to lock you in the dark prison of mind, reminding you of every single mistake left behind. But mercy is a river that flows heavy and wide, washing away the debris of their ego and pride. Don't let them bind your conscience with the heavy iron chain. Every human being on earth must experience pain, but condemnation is a trick of the wicked elite. Stand up, shake the dust off your wandering feet. Yeah, looking in the mirror at the ghost of my past deeds, sowing the fields of regret, reaping the bad weeds. Every syllable I weaponize the damage I inflicted to the toxic lifestyle that I was heavily addicted. They want me carrying the cross until my spine snaps in two, blaming myself for everything that I put people through. But I'm unpacking the luggage, letting the heavy weight drop. The self-flagellation and the torture gotta stop. No more ghosts knocking on the bedroom door. We don't live in that haunting house anymore. The slate is clean, the ledger is clear. We casting out the shadow of our deepest fear, living guilt-free underneath the blue sky. No more heavy teardrops leaking from the eye. We broke the shackles, now we ready to fly. Absolution arrived, we don't have to hide. Yeah, the soul is finally liberated. My ledger was bloody, covered in permanent ink stains, trapped in the cycle of generating my own pains. A prisoner of perfectionism, haunting my own house, quiet as a church mouse, screaming at the spouse. But forgiveness isn't something that you beg from the crowd. It's a silent realization when the thunder is loud. I forgive the broken kid that was just trying to survive. I'm just grateful that the man inside is actually alive. Jah is the judge and he is full of compassionate grace. He doesn't look at you yesterday to define your face. The system wants you paralyzed by the choices you made, so your internal flame can be easily extinguished and fade. But righteousness is a shield from the arrows of shame. You are much greater than the labels of your old name. Walk in the sunlight, let the morning cleanse your heart. Today is a brand new page, a beautiful start. No more ghosts knocking on the bedroom door. We don't live in that haunting house anymore. The slate is clean, the ledger is accuser tries to lock you in a dark prison of mind, reminding you of every single mistake left behind. But mercy is a river that flows heavy and wide, washing away the debris of the ego and pride. Don't let them bind your conscience with the heavy iron chain. Every human being on earth must experience pain, but condemnation is a trick of the wicked elite. Stand up, shake the dust off your wandering feet. Yeah, looking in the mirror but the ghost of my past deeds. Sowing the fields of regret, reaping the bad weeds. Every syllable I weaponize the damage I inflicted to the toxic lifestyle that I was heavily addicted. They want me carrying the cross until my spine snaps in two, blaming myself for everything that I put people through. But I'm unpacking the luggage, letting the heavy weight drop. The self-flagellation and the torture gotta stop. No more ghosts knocking on the bedroom door. We don't live in that haunting house anymore. The slate is clean, the ledger is clear. We casting out the shadow of our deepest fear, living guilt-free underneath the blue sky. No more heavy teardrops leaking from the eye. We broke the shackles, now we're ready to fly. Absolution arrived, we don't have to hide. Yeah, the soul is finally ledger was bloody, covered in permanent ink stains, trapped in a cycle of generating my own pains. A prisoner of perfectionism, haunting my own house, quiet as a church mouse, screaming at a spouse. But fuck it, this isn't something that you beg from the crowd. It's a silent realization when the thunder is loud. I forgive the broken kid that was just trying to survive. I'm just grateful that the man inside is actually alive. Jah is the judge, and he is full of compassionate grace. He doesn't look at you yesterday to define your face. The system wants you paralyzed by the choices you made, so your internal flame can be easily extinguished and fade. But righteousness is a shield from the arrows of shame. You are much greater than the labels of your old name. Walk in the sunlight, let the morning cleanse your heart. Today's a brand new page, beautiful start. No more ghosts knocking on the bedroom door. We don't live in that haunting house anymore. The slate is clean, the ledger is clear. We casting out the shadow of our deepest fear, living guilt-free underneath the blue sky. No more heavy teardrops leaking from the eye. We broke the shackles, now we're ready to fly. That solution arrived, we don't have to hide. Yeah, the soul is finally bury the hatchet with the monster in my head. Let the dead bury what belongs to the dead. No more sleeping in the self-made coffin. Eat the bread of life, me beautifully fed. The courtroom is empty, the jury went home. You are no longer forced to wander and roam, completely acquitted by